Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Remember the Western countries, some of them, declared that they would provide Ukraine with arms, weapons and financial support, political support, all that. Well, Germany was pushed from behind. It didn't want to get along or go along with the script written by the United States of America and to a lesser part Great Britain, which is, I think, just as I said, a house servant. It is not the master. The master is across the Atlantic, Zimbabwe, remember? And the rest are bottom feeders. So Germany is a bottom feeder, will remain a bottom feeder as long as it has 70,000 US military occupying its country and still not being able to get rid of the guilt they keep pushing on it still for their benefit. And since the German politicians seems to be still weasels, they accept the guilt instead of saying, beat it, get out, done, I didn't do anything. The ones who did were found guilty of whatever they did, done, what do you want? But nevertheless, so they tried to be a little bit nicer or diplomatic, let's put it this way. Remember, they were constrained. They were like, oh my god, turn their behind their back to close the Nord Stream 2 pipeline with the Russians. Nevertheless, they did it. They shot themselves in the foot with gas and oil from Russia. They did. Now they promised Ukraine weapons, but they hope that the war will end before they have to send the weapons there. So this article comes from the New Voice of Ukraine from July 24, 2022, which is today. And the title reads, German Security Council may declare air defense systems shipments to Ukraine. May delay, oh my god, German Security Council may delay air defense systems shipments to Ukraine. Why do you think they might delay? I have my theory, but let's see what these guys are saying. In early July, the Ukrainian government applied for the purchase of 11 Iris T-SLM anti-aircraft missile systems from the German arms company Diehl Defense. Now, they applied to the purchase, but they don't have the money. It's okay, you and I pay for that. One system cost 140 million euros. All right, so they applied for 11. Remember, 11 Iris T-LSM anti-aircraft, and one of them is 140 million. So they would get to what? You calculate, multiply just by 11, you're gonna find out, right? For a total price tag of euro 1.5 billion euros that Ukraine doesn't have. Given the number of systems, Kiev requested financial support and I gave it to them because I wasn't asked about it. For this purchase, this agreement was approved by the German Ministry of Economy. The weasels approved it, but the final approval must be issued by the German Security Council. However, as of publication, final approval has not been given. So it's been stopped. All right, let's find out why. And I'm quoting, no information can be provided about this, end quote, a German government spokesperson said. And I'm quoting again, in general, we don't comment on ongoing agreements with other countries, end quote. Well, in general, it doesn't mean that it's always. So come on, can you make a little, how do you call that, and tell us. So, Welt am Sonntag, citing Ukrainian government officials, writes that delivery of one unit is expected before the end of the year. Oh my god, before the end of the year. By then the whole world is blown into pieces. In early June, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz promised Ukraine to provide Iris-T in the coming weeks. Coming weeks could be 50 weeks, 3,000 weeks in the coming weeks. Oh my God, let me tell you a story now. I think it was Aristotle. I can't remember exactly. I think it was Aristotle. And he goes to and he asks a neighbor, "Hey, can I borrow your goat?" And the guy says, "Yeah, go ahead." So Aristotle borrows the goat, and the guy waits for the goat to be returned. Waits for the goat. Waits for the goat, and then after I don't know how long, he goes and, "Hey, Aristotle, where's the goat?" "Oh, he's right here." "Well, are you going to return it?" "Yeah, I will return it." "But you said you just want to borrow it." "Yeah, but I didn't say when I'm going to return it. I said I will bring it back, but I didn't say when." So the same thing here. This guy said in the future, but in the future weeks, but that could be 3 weeks. That's why when you say something in the future, make sure you break it from the very beginning, not like Aristotle. "Yeah, I'll bring it back sometime in the future." You know what I mean? So in early June, he said in a few weeks, in the coming weeks, on July 21st, Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock, unexperienced, said that the German Iris-T air defense systems, which should be transferred to Kiev, are under production and should be ready by the end of the summer. So they're carving the Iris-T right now as the article comes. By the end of the summer. This is when? September? All right. So, what do you think? Are they dragging their feet or not? This is what I think they try to do. The Germans don't want to participate more than they have to. So they have to, there are some people who really want, like Annabella and other weasels. They want to participate. You know, they have their own backers and supporters and handlers. You know, they handle them. But some of them could think about Germany as overall. They think, well, really, that's not a good thing to upset everybody, in this case Russia. For what? For Ukraine? You know what I mean? Who says we're on the same team? We're not. Nobody's on the same team with anybody. Even if you take NATO as a team, the team stays there until everything goes well. Once someone said, once the shit hits the fan and everybody runs away and hides in their houses and nobody's with anybody. So nevertheless, this is my theory, they try to wait until the Russians are able to do something with Ukraine, because I don't think the Ukraine will be able to do anything with the Russians. Because, let's be honest, what is a Russian defeat? They have nuclear weapons. Do you think the Russians will say, okay, we lost, excuse us for the invasion, and here is the money so you can build back your country? No, they have nuclear weapons. They can't lose. So the other ones can lose. Or, you know, they're going to be a continuous something. So nevertheless, these guys are waiting for the Russians to win or something, or the winter to come, and wait for other governments to start voicing concerns that their citizens don't have, you know, heat and so on, like Germans will not have. And then by the end of the year, the whole thing should be over. Either the Germans, even the Russians, I don't know what they do over there in Ukraine, how they could win, or the big boss says time's out, stop, otherwise these guys go to Poland. I don't know. But remember, there are some other options. The option is drawing other countries in the conflict. Therefore, little by little, NATO inserting itself in the equation, as Lavrov said. And I tend to agree with that. Not tend, I do agree with that, with him. And that country is Moldova. And by Moldova, you have Romania and other countries that will already, Poland and the Baltic states, 5 million people, I told you. So the Germans are hoping, are praying their gods, whatever they are, wherever they are, to stop the war before the end of the year, before winter comes, so they don't have to transfer these military things, so they don't anger Russia too much, and they don't have to do anything else and say, war is over, we're not going to give you anything anymore. Whew, we dodged this bullet. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.